We will continue with this exercise by adding a few doors. So in the Architecture tab, go to the door icon and select it. You notice here that the properties change, and you do have some options, but you'll notice that your options are fairly limited. We're going to work with these options as they are, and we'll just select for the time being here this 36 by 84 inch door. We're going to place one here down at the bottom, and I don't want you to worry too much about the orientation of the door for the time being. If needed, we'll change these. So we'll just place those doors approximately like that. We'll hit escape a couple times, and then we'll go back and let's say select this door. Now this is the orientation that I would like to have, is that it opens out towards the left hand side. When I select the door, you'll notice that I get a couple of double arrows like this. These are called flip arrows. So whenever the orientation of a door is incorrect, you can just change it by selecting it and using those flip arrows. So we'll go back to this door here at the top and actually select it and flip its orientation, so it also opens to the left. So I'll go here and select my door tool again and select the single flush, this time the 30 by 80 inch door, and I will place that in this wall here, and I'll place a couple in these two walls there. Okay, and I won't put a door down here for the time being because I'm actually going to remove that wall at some point. So at this point here, I'd like to select this door and flip it, put it in a better orientation. Select this door, flip it as well, and this one here is good as is. So we would like to remove a wall segment in this lower horizontal interior wall. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to a different tab here in the user interface. We're going to go to Modify, and we're going to look for a tool that's called Trim Extend to Corner, and we're going to select that. And you select the walls that you want to keep. And you can see here how it has removed that segment of the wall that we did not want. So let's place a few windows into this space. I'm going to start with a window in both the front and the rear wall. So we're going to go to the Architecture tab and select Window. And once again, click on the Properties list, and you'll see once again that we have a fairly limited number of windows. We're going to start here with this window casement double, and we'll select the 48 by 60 inch, and we'll place one here in the front wall. Now just notice there's a swing to the casement window, and we want the swing to point outwards. And that's important for many reasons, but essentially this is the exterior side of the window. So we'll click to place it, and don't worry about the window placement for now. And same thing here in the rear window. Let's go back to this list, and we're going to choose this window, window double hung, 24 by 42, and we'll place a couple of these windows in these small spaces in the middle. And once again, the window should be on the exterior side. If ever you make a mistake, like that, hit escape a couple of times, and you can always flip the window. So we're going to modify the window placements. So let's go ahead and zoom in to this window here. And you'll notice here that we don't have any temporary dimensions that appear automatically. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to add a couple of permanent dimensions. And we'll select here in the Annotate tab the tool called Align Dimension. Now what we'd like to do is place these dimensions such that this wall becomes centered from the edge of the door to the interior face of the wall. So what we'll do here is use wall faces as our reference, and we'll place a dimension here all in one operation. So you want to do this one after the other and not to interrupt the placement of your dimension. And then place your dimension somewhere, preferably outside. Now once you do that, you'll notice that our dimension is not equal. And what we'd like to do is look for a small, and sometimes they're hidden, as I can see here, look for a little symbol like this. This is called the equality constraint. Okay, so what we're going to do now is click on that, and it toggles the dimension to be equal, and it, rather than placing dimensions, it just places equal. And there's a way to change that, but for the time being we're just going to leave that the way it is. So we're going to do the same thing here for the rear window. Okay, and place that there, hit equal. Okay, and what I'd like to do now for these windows is I would like to place a dimension there and here. And I'd like to adjust the placement of these windows. That one was flipped again. So I'd like to move this such that I get 1 foot 0 inches. So I move it in this direction and I'll just type 7 inches. Okay. Now once that's done, I'm going to click on the dimension and I'm going to click on this icon lock. So that will lock that dimension. Do the same thing here. Move. In this case 9 inches. And go ahead and select the dimension and lock it.